Hey guys, welcome to Fancy Tipped. Max with you for weekend ads of Week 19. Playoffs are right around the corner and this is the time to solidify your spot for the spring dance. It's already Friday morning, I apologize for the delay, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. For Friday and Saturday, only one team in action, that's the Los Angeles Kings. At number 1, Quinton Byfield, 2 goals, 11 assists in the last 11 games, PP2 option. Alex Laferriere has the best floor with solid shots, decent hits. He's also a PP1 option. Philippe Danault, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points in the last 7 games, PP2 option. Trevor Moore is having a disappointing season with 10 goals, but 4 of them came in the last 7 games, PP2 option. Warren Foegele, 4 goals, 3 assists in the last 6 games. PP2 option, high risk, high reward. Alex Turcotte doesn't play a lot but gets minutes with Kopitar and Kempe. High risk, high reward for deeper formats. And finally, Tanner Jeannot, hitting machine, good for Cats League. At your own risk if you're looking for points. For Friday and Sunday, we have 4 teams in action. The Dallas Stars, Minnesota Wild, New York Rangers, and Toronto Maple Leaf. At number 1, Matthew Knies, top power play with Nylander, Tavares, Marner, and Austin Matthews. Knies is the best complementary piece available in my opinion. He also has 7 hits and 4 blocks in the last 3 games, so his floor is decent. Alexis Lafrenière, pointless in the last 4 games. I don't remember when he went longer without a point. Another positive in streaming a New York Rangers this weekend is that they play Monday as well. Mikael Granlund, 6 assists in the last 7 games. Marco Rossi, top line, top power play for the Wild. He's been a great model of consistency and has 50 points on the year. Mason Marchment, line 2, PP2 in Dallas. Jamie Benn, 7 points in the last 7 games, line 3, PP2 option. Will Queeley, second line with Kreider and Zibanejad. Great complementary piece as well. PP2 time and loads of hits. And finally, my favorite 1% owned player right now, going under the radar, line 2, PP2, Frédéric Gaudreau, with all the absentees in Minnesota, is a value pick. He's got 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points in the last 13 games. Yevgeny Dadonov, 10 points in the last 11 games for deeper leagues. No power play time for him. Bobby McMann, as of now, and it could change, McMann will be on the top line with Matthews and Marner taking nice spot on line 1, and he has time on the PP2. Makes him a very sneaky good pickup for this weekend. Riley Smith, 3 assists in the last 2 games, line 3 PP2. Max Domi, 5 assists in the last 8 games, PP2. Marcus Foligno is one of my streams for the week in a big Cats League. Solid hits, at least a shot a game, and the occasional points. And finally, Pontus Holmberg, second line with Tavares and Nylander. He's been hot, 4 goals, 1 assist in the last 3 games. For Saturday and Sunday, 7 teams in action. Boston Bruins, Carolina Hurricanes, Calgary Flames, New Jersey Devils, Nashville Predators, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the St. Louis Blues. Brian Rust is in the same category as Matthew Knies for complementary pieces, so consistent and plays with Crosby and Ricard Raquel as well as PP1. The Penguins also play their back-to-back at home. Nazem Kadri is one of the players who shoot the most. He's got tremendous face-off abilities. He's up to 43 points on the season, 15 coming from the power play. Pavel Buchnevich, 1 goal, 9 assists in the last 8 games. St. Louis has looked scary good since coming back from the break. I like the Blues in this segment. Yevgeny Malkin, there's one of my leagues playoff that has started early. We only get 3 moves a week in that league, and I got Malkin back from the break from waivers since he had 6 games from Saturday. He's been actually amazing this week. It was kind of easy to predict though. He's been very average and almost bad going into the Four Nations face-off. I think a few weeks off helped him cure some bobos and injuries because he looks like prime Malkin right now. 7 points in the last 4 games. Jonathan Huberdeau, top line, top power play in Calgary. O'Reilly back on the top line with Philip Forsberg, top power play. And here it is. It's finally happened. Morgan Geekie has eclipsed Zaka and Lindholm on my lists. He's also turning out to be a keeper. He's got 10 goals in the last 16 games. Top line, top power play in Boston. Very underrated right now. Speaking of Lindholm, 7 points in the last 9 games. Line 2, PP1. Braden Shen, 1 goal, 6 assists in the last 7 games. He's a great guy to roster for a championship run. If the points come, you already have a fantastic floor with him. I love Braden Shen at this time of the year. His teammate Dylan Holloway is a little bit of the same. Has a great floor. The points have been coming. Pavel Zacha, top line, but retrograded to PP2 in Boston. Matt Coronado, top line, top power play. Morgan Frost, third line, top power play. Pick your poison in Calgary. Jake Neighbors, 2 straight multi-pointers following a 7-game pointless streak. I'm happy with it since I streamed him with Malkin in that playoff league. Taylor Hall, Jack Roslovic. You can even put Jordan Stahl in here. The lines are always changing in Carolina, so they are all high-risk, high-reward picks. Hall and Roslovic pivot to PP2. Stahl is very consistent and has good peripherals. Stefan Nason, line 2, PP1, medium risk, high reward. Yegor Sharangovich has had bad puck luck by what I witnessed of him so far. A lot of posts. He's a high risk, high reward streaming option at this point. Gus Nyquist back on the top line, PP2 option in Nashville, no floor. He's been very calm lately. Charlie Coyle, line 2, PP2 option, who hasn't done so well recently as well. Andre Palat, top line with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. 4 points in the last 8 games. And finally, deep leagues. Pick your poison from the Flames' depth. They've got so many options. If you need peripherals, go for Pospisil or Blake Coleman. If you need a shorthanded or face-off wins, go for Backlund. If you want to gamble on point performance, there's Joel Farabee or Connor Zary. Now on to defensemen. Drew Doughty, I know he was unavailable on Wednesday, but if he's back, which he should, he's the consensus number 1 option. Mason Lohrei, 14 shots, 4 points in the last 3 games. As long as McAvoy is out, Lohrei is an excellent streamer. You got to double check the Hurricanes lineup because their PP1 defensemen keep changing. Brent Burns was there last game, and honestly, they're all high risk, high reward. Chris Letang, 3 points in the last 4 games, PP2 option. Cam Fowler, PP1 in St. Louis, and they've been hot. Shane Gostisbehere, again with the Canes D. Ghost looks like he's back on PP1 today. 3 points in the last 3 games, but prior to that, he had a 13-game span where he only had 2 assists. Jacob Slavin, Jared Spurgeon, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points in the last 11 games, PP2. Justin Falk, PP2 in St. Louis, 3 points in the last 3 games. Luke Hughes, 4 points last 4 games. Eza Lindell, 19 points, 73 shots, 128 blocks on the season. There's also OEL, PP2 in Toronto. Justin Barron, Brady Shea. They're worth the same to me. I'd even take Barron over Shea right now. Mickey Anderson, Jordan Spence, some depth defensemen in LA. Couple of extra deeper league options. Now let's take a look at the goalies. I got Freddie Anderson, by far the best matchup of Sunday. Anderson shouldn't even be available. Jonathan Quick, on paper, is very favorable matchup for the Rangers, but they've been really inconsistent. No guarantee that Casey DeSmith starts, but he should be a decent option at home against St. Louis. Home matchup for Marc-Andre Fleury. Boston and Minnesota are very even right now. It's a bit of a toss-up. If Corpy gets the start, he could be a decent option. Jake Allen in Vegas, tough matchup, great goalie. Joel Hofer in Dallas, not the best matchup, although the Blues have been really good. Annunen in New York, rough matchup, but this could be a low-key good one. The Rangers are not always on point. Nedeljkovic or Blomqvist against Toronto. I mean, Pittsburgh have been giving up so many goals. It's going to be a very rough time if you have to stream one of them. And finally, Vladar in Carolina is a horrible matchup as well. Let's take a look at the categories. Shots, Kadri 3.4, Stankoven 2.7, Rust 2.6, McMahon 2.5, Laferriere, Burns, Coleman, Coronado, and Backlund at 2.4. For blocks, we have Chris Tanev, best in the NHL, 2.7, Middleton 2.5, Eza Lindell 2.2, PC, McCabe, and Brodin at 2.1. For hits, Mark Kastelik 3.8, Queely, Luke Shen 3.7, Nathan Walker 3.6, Pospisil 3.4, Cotter and Foligno 3.2, Jeannot 3.1, and Yakov Trenin at 3 per game. For faceoffs, Jordan Stahl 9.9, O'Reilly 9.5, Backlund 9.4, Lindholm 9.3, Kadri 8.5, Dano 8.1, Shen 7.3, Morgan Frost 6.4, and Eric Alla at 6.2. And that's it for today, guys. Sorry for the late post again this week. I'll make sure to release her early during fantasy playoffs so you don't have to worry. If you like the content, click the like button, subscribe to our channel. And I hope you guys are doing as well as we are and already qualified comfortably. I will see you guys next week. Thank you.